The journals that I used in 2021 came from a Kickstarter campaign with Imprint. The links to her YouTube channel and her dotted notebooks are below. These notebooks are of similar quality to the Archer and Olive notebooks. They have the 160 GSM pages, they're white paper, and they hold up fairly well to watercolor, which is what Imprint is known for, is her beautiful watercolors. Originally, her notebooks just came with the little heart, gold heart on the cover, but now she has multiple different designs that you can choose from. I think they are mainly still black and white, but they are beautiful and they are great notebooks. My 2021 page is from Journal Away, and the quote on the right is from an Archer and Olive blog post by Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride. Next up is my Word of the Year page, Be Present, and also a goals page that I got from Sunshine and Stationery. So I definitely went overboard on goals tracking in this bullet journal, especially for someone who thinks more in the line of tasks and not goals. I didn't end up filling them out as fully as I had hoped, but live and learn, right? Here's my yearlies and then the plethora of goals pages that I created and somewhat filled out. Here's my things to check out page that I recreated from Amanda Rach Lee, and I put it in every bullet journal. And then I also have quotes that I liked, either from books I read, emails, blog posts, podcasts, whatever. This is where I put some of those quotes. I also always create a memory verses spread each year that has all of the different Bible verses that I memorize each month. So I take one Bible verse and memorize it for every month. And my hello and goodbye, also recreated from Amanda Rach Lee, that I put in all of my bullet journals. Saying goodbye to the old year and saying hello to the new. And here is my bookcase spread of all of the books that I read in 2021. I color-coded the books by the format I read it in, whether it was an audiobook, an ebook, or a physical book. And then the color of the title was by the month that I read it in. I also have my self-care bingo, and I did fairly well on that. I pretty much got a blackout. And then I also have a list of some of the essential oil diffuser blends that I really liked. Again, more goals pages. This one is actually an Amanda Rach Lee one. I didn't really fill this one out. I've had it in past journals and just kind of kept it going. More spreads that I didn't really use or fill out. I do have a cleaning spread there that I did kind of fill out but never really did much with. My lunar calendar and my moon journal, which I love, and I've been recreating that one in many of my journals as well. This was definitely a year that I started figuring out what I did and didn't use in my bullet journals. Next up, another example of one I didn't end up using is my tea review journal. So I was going to put tea reviews in my bullet journal, and then I ended up putting them in a journal specifically for teas instead. The Tools for Change is from the Bullet Journal Method by writer Carol, and the Q1 page, again, for goals, is from Sunshine and Stationery. The running task list I didn't really use. I think I'm finding it easier to have this in my dailies instead of at the front of my journal. The quote for January is again from Journal Away. She has some amazing things. And I did go with a clock theme and used a bunch of paper that I've had for a long time. I'm not quite sure where I got all of it. Here I have my Bible verse of the month as well as tracking my Bible reading. Then my January calendar I kept with the clock theme and made all of the days in circles. Each month I also like to track my exercise, what video I did or what workout I did, as well as meditation to see what days I did meditate or didn't, and then also a gratitude log that I always do a two-page spread for. I also like tracking the books that I've read, movies I've watched, and TV series that I'm in the middle of, so I can know which ones to finish as the year goes on. Next up, I did something a little different with my habit trackers, and then I also used a spread for the essential oil of the month that I was looking into. And then I have my weeklies continuing with kind of the same theme of that clock paper that I had. And then the last page that I always include each month is my monthly reflection page, which I got most of the questions there from Journal Away. Again, I spent a lot of time on her channel in 2021. And then I also have a page to plan my theme for the next month. I really liked my February cover page. I had thought it was a plant-based bride theme, but I couldn't find the video on her channel, so I'm not quite sure who the original artwork was from. I do know that the original used gold, but I prefer silver, so I'd swapped that. The quotes on my cover page are, "Not just beautiful though. The stars are like the trees in the forest, alive and breathing," by Murakami, and "Stars can't shine without darkness." I was a little short on time setting up my February theme, so I mainly used some of my washi tapes. I also tried some Dutch Door weeklies and a side page habit tracker this month. My March theme is a recreation of Calliope's February 2021 theme, and I loved everything about this compass theme, especially the colors. I love that burgundy and green together. It's so beautiful. The reading tracker, I think, turned out really nice as well. I do wish I had done more on some of the other spreads, especially some of the weeklies and stuff. They were a little sparse with color and drawings, but I didn't want to overwhelm the pages either. I did like the idea of the Circle Dutch Door weeklies, but I think they could have been executed a little bit better. I liked my fairy theme that I used for April, but what I was picturing in my head didn't quite come out of my hands and onto the page, but I am glad that I tried it. Later in my weeklies, I did try a smaller fairy and a dragon, which I think came out a little bit better. For a few of my themes, I did purchase the cover pages from Journal Away, as they are a bit beyond my ability to recreate, including my May theme of Paris. The quote I'm trying to show here is, "Live the full life of the mind, exhilarated by new ideas, intoxicated by the romance of the unusual," by Ernest Hemingway. My bullet journals have been a source of relaxation, unwinding, and even escape from a very stressful job through 2021, which is one reason I recreated a lot of the cover pages and spreads, as I needed something that would calm me and let my mind rest and not have to think up new ideas. So I'm very thankful to Amanda Rach Lee, Journal Away, Plant-Based Bride, and Calliope, as they are some of the first YouTube channels I found when I started bullet journaling. So I was reading the Mistborn trilogy, and I really wanted to do a Mistborn theme in my bullet journal, but I think it's actually my most disappointing, especially how I set up the weeklies. I loved the theme, but I think the execution could have been a lot better. I would like to try this one again in the future, though. And we've come to the end of the first half of the year for 2021 of my bullet journal. And next up is July through December. So my favorite color is definitely black, charcoal gray, grays, all the shades in the family of black. And my birthday is in the last half of the year, so I saved the beautiful black journal for my birthday journal. So the top 5 goals page is from Sunshine and Stationery. I also have my yearlies. And then the what and the why at the bottom of the page is from the Bullet Journal Method by Ryder Carroll. And more goal pages. I guess I really wanted to make sure I planned some goals, and this makes me realize that I am not so good with tracking those, and I should just stick with what I know. So I put my memory verses for 2021 in this journal as well, so I had them in both for the full year. I guess I didn't really find any new essential oil blends that I wanted to include because that page is blank, but I did fill out my self-care bingo again. Yay me! And then I also included a When Did I Last spread, and I am happy to say that I actually did some of those. I did include the Tools for Change from Ryder Carroll's The Bullet Journal Method again, and I have my Q3 top 3 goals, which I did pretty good with filling those out. I also did a little better with filling out my running list or my master to-do list and keeping track of that. I also included a wish list and a package tracker spread. For July, I recreated Julianne Doodle's beautiful honey lavender theme that she did in April 2021. And I definitely utilized the tabs in this journal. I really like how that looks at the edge of the page. For August, I did a mashup of Star Trek themes from Plant-Based Bride and Dots and Beyond. I love Star Trek, and I'm so glad I did this theme. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I had a lot of fun incorporating different elements of Star Trek into my weeklies. So I have the phaser, I have the communicator, and then I also put the Enterprise, which is what I got from Dots and Beyond, in there. I also had some quotes from Spock and the Borg, and it was just fun. I had a lot of fun with this theme, and it just helped uplift my August for me. September is another one of my favorite themes, as well as the colors, of course, green and burgundy again. And I recreated it from Journal Away's February 2021 mask theme. I'm actually a little impressed with myself that I was able to draw both the mask and then the lady in her dress. It's not nearly as elaborate as Journal Away's, but I still really like it. I also like the shiny watercolors that I used. It's the Mica Pearl watercolors in Fairy Tale by Caliro. Also trying out some different types of Dutch doors for my weeklies this time around. For October, I recreated this fun haunted house cover page, but I haven't been able to find the original creator. If you happen to know who it is, please leave it in the comments so that I can link their video. Played around with my oil pastels for the first time in this journal, and I used some videos from She's Art, and I will make sure to link those down below. For November, I used another print that I purchased from Journal Away and recreated her September 2021 theme. This print is just stunning, and the theme is perfect for fall. The theme this month was so cozy, and it just made me smile every time I opened my journal. I had been having so much fun all year watching Junie Sun Studio do all of her pop-up themes, so I thought for December I would recreate her pop-up gingerbread house. She gives you all the dimensions and step-by-step instructions to put her pop-up creations together. It was so easy, it was so much fun, and it just brought me joy every time I opened my bullet journal. I would sit down at night and while watching TV with my husband after we eat dinner, and I would pull it open. I would open to that cover page and I would just smile and give myself just a little quick little laugh, and then I would turn to my husband and make him look at it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I've seen this for 20 days already. We're good." But it just brought me so much joy. It was so much fun. Thank you for joining me for my After the Pen bullet journal flip through. It is nice to see how many of the spreads I actually did use this year. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you wanna, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And I will catch you next time. Bye!